Hello, good morning and welcome back to the Fish Locker. Today I'm spending the day in the life of a net fisherman. I'm out today with my friend Mikey, who's up in the wheelhouse on board his boat Julie Girl, and we're out to work his monkfish gear. Monkfish or anglerfish, it's two names for the same type of fish. In fact, if you don't know what a monkfish is, I'll put a picture in here now. Yeah, they're a pretty gruesome looking fish, but they are absolutely delicious. Mikey shot his gear away. He shot 2 tiers of nets away a couple of days ago, so we're coming out to haul it. What I mean by that there is we'll be picking up the ender and running it over this hauler, putting the net into this bin where he and I will be picking up the catch and putting them into here. The net will be then flaked over the top into this big bin at the back and then eventually shot back away again. So we'll be hauling it in, clearing the net and reshooting it. We'll explain everything else as we're doing it. It's not the calmest of days, but it's set to get better as the day goes on.
Way too small. Yeah, there will be more. Plenty more. Big bit on the small side.
Alright, so yeah, just
yeah, it's too small, yeah. Oh no, the first is back in now. As he comes over. That's a decent one. Stand back a bit.
Have you seen any other types of crabs? Any snow crabs?
No, I haven't seen anything unusual for a while. I think they've all got decent amounts of meat in them.
Even when they'll try and fail, they'll die.
Yeah. That's no good at all.
Scallywag.
Just scrape through. Yeah.
The net flaker is used to help untangle the net before it's stored in the bay at the stern, ready for shooting back.
But they seem to come here and hang about, so...
Yeah, they'll never tell you.
No.
Never tell you they're doing well.
And oh, as rough as rats, and I was literally almost crying. It was just like,
you get some days as well, don't you, when you come to sea when it's one of them snotty days.
yeah.
You're just getting thrown about and you're just like, this is enough.
Yeah. 50p a kilo at the moment.
A lot of things you know when we turn them off.
I've never tried it, I keep meaning to, but basically they just cook them up, boil them up. Because females are full of the ground meat, they mix that with red wine and get rid of it and eat it.
Oh, look, red wine in anything would be
Oh,
alright.
that's true, yeah. No, it's a delicacy in Spain, and the woman who used to own the shipwrights, and then she ended up being old gear now, so don't really think. Put up the cramp in your fingers on the way back in. Stand over there a bit more. My friend had this elderly spaniel she'd been given. Oh Christ. We went down the
So inside of the big part?
yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Slipping back up on the side?
Yeah, let him go. But they're always not all right. What? That's the problem. Okay. No, there's no minimum size limit because they got almost a zero survivability rate. You know, this has got suit of armour and it might not feel like it, but it's covered in scales. One could just skin, so. This time it's buried. But the next one will come will be notch, don't mind that. Get the mesh to cut the armour.
Girl here. You can see he's full of eggs. There we go.
A little bit more awkward. Spider crabs, which we're not going to head around. But why would anyone want to do that?
Just for punishment.
Yeah. Yeah.
The little tassels down the sides are always, when you see a photo.
Yeah. No, Chris, you know, when you think for camouflage, that's exactly what the military does. So lots of people went, you know, mad on a gold rush for it. I don't think the rest is history, really.
Yeah.
But the MMOs still aren't really interested in him. You won't go. I mean, the walls will be empty, won't they? So. You're getting them caught nearer the head rope than the foot rope.
I wonder how far off the bottom they swim around.
Pardon?
I wonder how far off the bottom they actually swim around.
Well, get back down. Brilliant.
What I'd planned on doing, I just didn't spend as much time sharking last year.
Yeah. At the moment, I don't think.
Yeah, that's the first undulate I've seen down this way.
No, they're always decent size. If we had before there on the wing.
This is an interesting one. This is the first undulate rate I've seen down here in Cornwall. You can see he's been in the nets before and he's healed up. Yeah, that's a male undulate ray. See a male by his claspers. Like you were saying, every now and again you get a patch of fish, don't you?
Yeah.
Them teeth in there are absolutely gruesome. Anyway, I've got some work to do.
I mean, that one, a few measures you need to. So the net's going to be scrapped soon anyhow. Come on, come on. They're all quite lively still, so...
Yeah, they're good looking fish too. I've put them out of size on them.
Losing every other fish, so
I'll drop that down on the deck and I'll go with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
there was a bass in it as well. That would have been inside it. The monk, do you like the bass?
This, unfortunately, does happen.
Yeah, okay.
This is seal damage.
Ideal.
Seals come up over the net, found this monkfish and had the tail away.
You gone down below, so you there, sir, somewhere?
I know, yeah. Wait now. What you want with that one? You always seem to get one near each, even when it's quite or correct fishing is, you'll get one each end. Generally, I think it's just the noise of the weight clanking about. When it's freshly in this one, I think it's just... Gills are alright today? Yep, ideal. Right on the ice. Yeah, I might be moving this one a little bit further east. Parchment worms. Almost they're sort of weird casts that they grow around, like a peacock worm almost.
So the brown crab don't end up crunching each other up. You knock the claws, so they're... She couldn't nip now if she tried, because spider crabs don't seem to do too much damage to each other. And brown edibles, you have to knock the claws.
Well, I very much doubt it, so.
Right, we've come to the end of the first tier of nets. I've got 2 bongos of crabs and a nice mix of monks. I'm just going to get Mikey really quickly to talk you through how the gear works, because it's a net that sits on the seabed, and you've got a lead line at the bottom, haven't you? And then you've got
Electric rope.
yeah. How long is it in total? Is it 7 or 8 foot in height? Yeah.
Pretty stretch it tight. Probably guessing 8 feet.
Yeah. But it doesn't.
It'll probably work about.
It's
Waist
8.
height?
It's 8 foot from top to bottom, but it doesn't sit 8 foot off the seabed, because what, 2-3 feet?
Yeah, but pretty maximum really. I mean, maybe a bit hard slack water, but then tide runs, it's flat down.
So your net's all kind of like sats.
Yeah,
So-
they're tangle nets, not gill nets.
Yeah.
So.
Just for anyone knowing, the gill net there would be taut, and a fish would go in head first and get wrapped around the gills. Whereas this, because it's laid kind of slack like this on the seabed, the fish has to swim into it and it just gets rolled up and tangled up.
Yep.
In that 1,000 yards of net there, we haven't had a single piece of negative bycatch. Monkfish and crabs, a couple of rays. Very targeted. So what we'll do now is, as we've run it all off into there, we'll spin it back round, take the off end off, and then shoot it back.
The next one is
So the end is over, then the chain's over, and the chain drags the net over. What we'll do now is we'll just steam along the route, run this tier of nets out, and right at the end there'll be another set of chains and another buoy, take the next set. Just taking 2 minutes to a bite to eat while we're steaming to the next set of gear. Just trying to make it there that you work your gear over the small tides.
yeah.
So you'll generally, just because your tides run neaps to springs to neaps, you won't work anything over the springs, so you pretty much just work like a week on and a week off.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you'll come out and shoot your gear, and then you'll let your gear sit for a couple of days before you haul it again.
Yeah,
So you'll maybe only get 2 or 3 hauls over a set of neaps.
Yeah.
And then you'll have a week to make amend. And then, so if you get a set of real bad weather over your set of neaps, it really sets you back, because well, that's the same thing. That's a really good thing about this type of fishing, because you can't be that intensive with it, because you can't hammer it all the time, because you can only do it over the small tides.
And the weather is a natural conservation tool as well.
Well, there's times of year over the winter where you've got more rough weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean this winter has been ridiculous weather-wise. But in fact, the last few have been.
We were just talking about the difference of like these small inshore boats. A lot of them are single-handed. These guys have a vested interest in making sure that the fishery that they're taking part in is sustainable, because you want to be able to do it next month and the month after and the year after, 10 years after, because this is your home ground. I mean, how many years you had this boat now? 20 years?
Just 22, 23 years.
22 years. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, red.
Yep. Dull colour, I suppose, in a way. Even if they're still alive, it's just you can tell they're sort of like green-eyed when they're really fresh. Yeah. So because of knackered old fish, which is alright though. Besides do knackered seasons, January, February, March, they'll start. Back then you can fire them, you know, those little plastic clips that held the bread shut. Still trying to lure you in there.
Still fully alive, look at you.
You're nearly there and then his leg will fall off.
Still very much alive, this one.
Hanging back from the roads, normally they're up against the road. Germany, look.
They are a beautiful looking fish. Just out and out. But absolutely gruesome. It's definitely going to be the last thing a little whiting or a little pouting or something, isn't it? See all like the little tassels to break up its outline as it sits on the seabed, and then uses its little fishing rod, these little lures,
friends of mine sort of head out to New Zealand and then just don't come back. So New Zealand and sort of Australia are almost sort of like store as well.
How much the bite is? I can pound it.
Ruined his good bit of fun he was having. Tight, but have a remedy for that as a net's a scrapped off the next haul. Make life easier a bit.
Tell you what,
They are stuffed full of meat this time of year.
absolutely, the shells are.
Yeah.
They are absolute monsters, them. How old do you reckon it is?
I'm something like that. Probably the crabs are reasonably fast growing, aren't they? So probably about 7-8 years. 10. He's not big, he is large.
Size,
yeah.
So he hasn't lost any at any point.
No.
He's absolutely rock hard. He's full of.
Fill away. Nearly managed to go back.
He
was, yeah.
Well, that's it. That's the last tier aboard. We're all ready to shoot it back. Once that's all shot back, we'll clean down and then we'll sort the rest of the catch. Everything's prepped so that you can be almost hands-free. Especially because Mikey does most of his work in hand, like solo, don't you?
Yep.
An extra little bit of time prepping it now and making sure everything's sorted, everything's neat. Means that you can just throw the buoy over like that, steam away. The buoy will run off most of the head rope, lead up to the chain, drop the chain over, and the chain will pull the net over. So other than dropping the chain over the back, you could effectively just stand inside the whale.
Pretty much, yeah.
Be self-shooting.
All I'm going to do is once the first end's out, and then start hanging out the back, I'm just going to put the other end on around the gantry. The only bit I'm ever near is the bit that's got no pressure on it, so.
Yeah. Right, tidied down now and it's time to start prepping the catch. We ended up these monkfish. Oh. Monkfish live on the seabed. They're perfectly adapted to living flat on the seabed like that. And what they do is they have a little lure, a little fishing rod, which they lure fish towards themselves and then just open up that monstrous great mouth. And they've got perfectly adapted perfectly adapted and camouflaged to living on the seabed. They're an ambush predator. Mainly the meat for these guys is in the tail here and in the cheeks.
It's slinky, that one. So.
Also picked up a couple of rays as well. That is a monstrous great crab.
A lot of people cut the bee on the way up and cut the way through the back, but I always just go like that so you can get in, keep the knife away from it all. Then you're going to fold it forwards, you sort of held them in two places, so you're going to go behind without chopping the knuckles off, nip it off, and then just peel it down and
back alongside at the mooring now. We've just transferred all the catch out of the slush into coal boxes to be transported ashore. Everything that we caught today was that targeted that we didn't have one single piece of negative bycatch. Undersized things were released alive, everything else we're taken straight to market. I hope you enjoyed joining us, I hope you found it interesting. All the very best. See you later. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out the Fish Locker YouTube channel, where we have hundreds of videos from our adventures just like this one. We upload new videos every Sunday evening, so don't forget to click subscribe and we'll see you on the next one. Let's go!